if I like this this mount for my camera. It's like showing more of the ceiling. But hi everybody, welcome and welcome to the replay. Hi. We'll let everybody join. We don't really do lives a lot on this account, so I'm really excited to be here for this reason. And yesterday I went on at my personal account on Amy Sikarskie, and I was like, oh, tomorrow let's go to Spirit School Magic, because it's always like different friends and new connections. So it might take a minute for people to join, and if not, and if you're here for the replay, then that's awesome as well. So, yes, so hi Pilates. I think you might be the only one that came over from the other page, so I'm happy that you're here. And what I wanted to do, I wanted to film and do like a meditation yesterday, but it just didn't work. After the live on Amy, and then after the night got going, it just got so late. It was midnight. I'm like, let's go on tomorrow. So what I wanted to do is to come on and do a cleansing meditation. And I think it's so important right now. So I don't know about everybody else, but it's been a wild few weeks, right? And so a lot of energy fluctuations in and out, up and down. And some days feel a little bit clearer than others, maybe a little bit more stabilized. But I also have been noticing just in sessions recently that there have been a lot of clients that are holding a lot of excess energy in their mental body, like a lot of overthinking, a lot of extra additional stress, and even picking up on frequencies that aren't their own. So if you're empathic and really sensitive to energies, just know you're not alone. And we're seeing that, across the board. So that's why it's really important to be sure to have some self-care and clear your field. So there's a lot of different avenues and aspects to look at when you're doing a meditation with the purpose of cleansing the energy body. Basically, like any type of meditation is going to produce, positive results, even if it's a clearing and there's a process in it, even if it gets a little sticky, sometimes it brings stuff up. But there are different approaches that you can take. And so what I wanted to do today is share with you and just lead you guys through a meditation to clear the energy field of some specific disruptions that are common right now. And so we'll be doing that. And if you are not at like a lunch break, if the timing doesn't work, just pop back on. I'm planning to save it in the lives. So, or I guess they don't do that anymore. They save it to IGTV. So everything's new and different. They're always updating Instagram here. So welcome everybody. And I'm Amy Sikarskie. I'm one of the founders of Spirit School Magic. And I'm just going to wait a second for a couple more people to get on and to see the notification and maybe check some of your comments. Let me put in here, one second here. So this is my personal page right here if you want to join anytime. I do a lot of lives on my personal page, but I want to come onto this one as well. And then I also run Raise the Vibe Tribe, and here we are at Spirit School Magic. But I guess I don't need to put that in. And I'll put all these links in the caption on the replay on IGTV. But let's see. So here we are. If you guys want to follow that page if you aren't already. And just a couple of announcements. Like, we're super excited. We just released a couple weeks ago Learn to Channel on Home Study, and it has all the highlights from the past 4 groups, so the 4 classes that I've gone through. Spent a lot of time reviewing, and it made me so happy because it just brought back so much memories. But there's over 40 hours of content on learning to connect with your team in spirit and channeling. And it's self-paced, which is very nice. And then I also just released Activating the Starseed, which is for lightworkers and starseeds, and it's about ascension, clearing your energy field, activating your clear gifts, your light body, strengthening, and that all will help you to get on your life path. And there's a lot of codes in that, a lot of DNA activations, and pretty much most every module has a channel message from the Council of Light. So if you're interested, all the details are at spiritschoolmagic.com. And all right, so let me just review some of our info here. And then if you're new, we're going to do a meditation. And I'm so happy you guys are here. We don't go live so much on this account, so I'm really excited to be here today. And the energy of today is just amazing. Like, it feels so good for me anyways. I hope you guys are feeling great. But I'm like, again, you can definitely tell it's Friday. I'm like, oh, it's Friday. So nice. Okay, so, oh gosh, hi everybody. And it doesn't share when I share the replay, it doesn't share your guys' messages. So sometimes I'll miss comments, and I loved it in the past. I would go back and see what maybe I didn't get. So if I miss your question or comment, I apologize. Oh yeah, Toby says, hi Amy, thanks for doing this. I've been so cranky lately and it's not like me. Yeah, I was on a mood. I was in a mood on Tuesday, and my team, they were like, just wait, Thursday and Friday, the energy's going to be better. So the light code's coming in, and the release of all this heavy toxicity that's going through the collective, for healing, transmutation. A lot of us are doing shadow work, but all of that's bringing up our own stuff. And then also our ancestral stuff. Let's just call it stuff. It's easier. But then for those of us who are really sensitive and empathic, and many don't even know that they are or what that means, but they are, we're feeling a lot of energy of the collective, of family, friends, and just our communities at large. So it creates a little disruption. For some of us, we'll feel anxiety or frustration, just kind of like being in a mood and all of that. So let's go ahead and do a clearing meditation. And so my intention for this meditation, well, first of all, when I do guided meditations, they're pretty much channeled in that, we just go in with the intention, and then I'll hear certain things to vocalize so that you guys can bring your awareness there. But there are some specific things I wanted to clear today, and one aspect is AI tech, so artificial frequencies that I've been seeing a lot in clients recently. And, it makes sense because a lot of people want to know what's going on, and they're on their devices. So we'll be clearing that today. And in the world of, I don't know what you want to call it because there's so many different terms or labels, but intuitive insight, let's say. So in my world where I do energy clearing, I can see a lot of different energies. There's different forms of energies, disruptions, and these sorts of things. And AI is one. So AI has a consciousness, but it's programmed. It's not a soul. And so it's just like clearing or rebooting a system and clearing out a virus on your computer, kind of. But so we pull that out of the mental body, and that's often where it stores. Sometimes you can find it like around the emotional body, and that gets into some really interesting cases, but it's around the mind for a lot of it, or in the mental body. So we'll be working with that today. And also, if you're here, then this is for you and you'll get it. So those who are star beings or earth angels incarnate, or have had a lot of experience working with energy, let's just say many lifetimes, these sorts of things, just bringing your awareness and education around a lot of this will help to flush and clear it out. So I'm hoping that you all feel so much clearer and just amazing and ready for the days ahead. So welcome and thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. I see all of your comments, you guys. Thanks so much. And yeah, major anxiety, that was something I was experiencing. And definitely when I did, I think what happened was it might have taken, it was like over a week where there was just this little bit of anxiety. I just barely could feel it. And then finally it cleared one day, and it was in a meditation, of course. But I had been meditating, so sometimes it takes a minute to work through stuff. But anxiety, when I experience it, it's just a lot of excess energy in my field. And especially if it's not yours, you'll feel it, and you'll feel really uncomfortable. So, okay, so there's really no right or wrong way. You can close your eyes if you want, or you can keep them open. And it's all about being present. And one thing that helps us to be present is our breath. So if you take a deep breath and just relax your body, like after 3 breaths, it's a signal to your system that, oh, wait, we're doing something here. We're switching things up. This is all, we're actually going to come into a space of awareness. So go ahead and take a nice relaxing breath. And fill your lungs all the way up. So just let them fill all the way up. And on your first release, just let go of any heaviness, any stress, any, energy that's in your mental space, your emotional space, or stress in the physical body. So we're just clearing and releasing. And then other breath in. And out. And as you continue breathing, your body's readjusting, your pH is it resets, so it becomes more alkaline, and your whole system will start to feel really relaxed and at ease. And if you're not quite there yet, that's okay. As we flow along, that's our intention. So I love to use visualization. I feel like it's so powerful because where our intention goes, that's where the energy will then be guided. And so I'll be leading you guys through with some visualization. And I also work really close with the Archangel realm. They just have such a super clean, high frequency, and they're part of my team. So if you guys have had a session with me or taken a class, you know that I'm all about higher vibrational beings of light, of which the archangels are. And also my spirit team, the Council of Light, comes in, and y'all might notice that your teams are here too. So you can work with an Ascended Master or any beings, your healing team, or the angels if you would like during our meditation today. So hopefully y'all are feeling comfortable. You can lay down if you'd like. I'm just sitting in lotus pose on my chair here, but you can put your feet on the ground if that's more comfortable. Whatever works, whatever works. Even a hammock. So whatever is the most comfortable for you will work for this meditation today. Okay, so let's flow into it. Now that we're a little bit more relaxed with the breath, go ahead and take another breath in and just sense your physical body. Feel the energy where it settles in your system, and if there's any space of tension or heaviness. And if there is, take a nice breath in and just visualize that as you breathe in, you're breathing in pure golden light. And it's really sparkly and clearing. And gold's a high frequency. So gold, it cleanses the system, and it also strengthens the immunity of the energy field. So it's really protective and it's healing in that way. So take a nice breath and just pull that energy into your body. And you might even feel a connection at your crown chakra. So for some of you might even feel that the crown chakra is starting to open. It's just a slight pressure around here or a little sensation. And as you're continuing, we just invite in the light and love of the divine consciousness, and we invite in high vibrational frequencies, so new codes to activate dormant DNA. We're inviting in higher vibrational beings in spirit. So we have Archangel Metatron, Michael, Raphael, Zadkiel, and Ariel. It's whom I'm feeling. And we're asking to help today to lift our frequency so we can release and clear any, and transmute, so transmute, which is a form of healing, any low vibrational thought forms and any frequencies that are ready for transmutation or that are not our own. And so we don't, like the way that I work is I work in asking for a healing and not just clearing it out and dumping it somewhere else to be someone else's problem. So that's one powerful way that when we work with the archangels that it helps. So taking that breath in, holding the space in your heart, and you might feel the energy shifting. So already I'm seeing a lot of really beautiful frequencies coming in on the outside of the auric field, so all the way down on the auric field. And as you continue, you might feel that pressure, just maybe like 1 to 2 feet outside of the body, and it feels so nice. So this is a guided meditation with healing work being done, so it's maybe a little bit different than what y'all have done in the past, but I can feel this frequency coming in. And so what we're doing now is we're asking for a clearing and transmutation at the crown chakra of all AI technology and frequencies that don't belong to us. We're asking to please make known and with clarity any of the messages or the wisdom that is to be acquired, and to release those frequencies that are no longer a part of our reality. So as you guys are lifting your frequency, we flow through different frequency bands and we release out of these different programming matrix systems. And in that process, it can cause a little bit of self-doubt, and they're saying it can also cause confusion and a little bit of fear or anger. So we're asking to also please release the emotions from our auric field, from the emotional body, that we can have clear reception. And in this moment, just take a breath in, and as you breathe in, lift your awareness and your vibration up from the heart center and go all the way up past the crown chakra up to the soul star chakra. And we're just being guided to make a connection at the soul star chakra. So with your inner vision, feel about 18 inches above your crown. Okay, so 18 inches up, and breathe. And with your awareness, you might start to feel the energy activate there. And it's a really subtle frequency because you're in the auric field, and the further away from the physical body, it becomes a little bit more subtle. But just feel into that and breathe into that. And I'm seeing some really pretty frequencies. So it flows upwards. You have your blue, your indigo, your violet, and then like the ultraviolet light that goes up, which is outside of our visual, our spectrum. But you might see magenta, and again some flecks of gold. And take a breath in, and as you breathe in, you're going to notice some beautiful energy just streaming down through your vertical power current, and that's the line of light that goes, it's midline, and it goes all the way up and all the way down. So this information, which I'm going to call it because it is, but it's light intelligence, and it's a frequency of your soul frequency. So it's very special to each of you. And so you're going to let that come all the way down, kind of like liquid light, and feel it come all the way down. And just notice where you feel the different sensations. So take a nice breath in and release, and we're just letting all the energy expand out in our aura to strengthen the auric field. Because as we're pulling more light in, it will come in and it will start to push energy through. And I'm feeling for many of you, it's settling at the throat and then the heart. So we're going to breathe and let it expand out into your auric field. This will create strength, and I'm hearing autonomy and sovereignty, because the purpose of our intention is to release the frequencies that aren't ours. So by clearing and building up your frequency, it's pushing energy out of your system. And as you take another breath in and exhale, you might visualize some of the energy coming out the back of the heart chakra. So just clearing out the back of the heart chakra and releasing. Okay, so nice, so nice. So now Metatron's bringing our awareness to our throat chakra. And this is a very important chakra right now. So it's all about our truth, and it's all about communication. Because if there's misuse of communication, or we're not able to share our truth, which is a direct relation to our reality, then unity, it's hard to be united. So, and as we're flowing into the fifth dimension, it's very important that everything is cleared out and we find ourselves in a space of, it doesn't have to fully be like that you agree with everybody else's perception or their truth, but we accept and respect them, and we find that we're all working here together. So at the throat chakra, you might see, because what I'm seeing, or you can just feel or be open to the idea that this frequency that's spinning here is just very beautiful. It's a deep blue. I wish I had a color to show you. I wish I had something. It's a very beautiful, clean, deep blue, kind of like ocean blue is what I'm hearing. And so it's coming in a high concentration, because what that does is the high concentration will stay with you and it will stabilize the system. So taking a nice breath in, and again you might feel the energy come down through your crown chakra. And you might notice your heart center is activated. So lots of things happen all at once or at the same time. And then bring your awareness here to your throat chakra. We're going to ask Archangel Metatron and Michael to please clear and release any, they look like barbs, so any barbs that are lodged in the chakra, to please extract those, to please detach any cords or streamers that are affecting and influencing our abilities to share our truth and also discernment around our truth. And then Archangel Ariel's coming in, and she's working with the heart space, and this is around relationships, so communication and relationships. So we're asking to clear any heavy frequencies and any misalignments. To me, it looks like static electricity, kind of like everything is just fuzzy and it's all congested. And so we're asking to clear these conscious connections between our loved ones. And what that means is to heal these frequencies. So let's say you had an argument with somebody that you really love and you care about, you want them in your life, but that energy is just still kind of there and it's not feeling like it's been resolved. So we're going to bring some love and some peace into that, and that's Archangel Ariel coming through right now. Let's take a nice breath in. And you might feel that as you're filling with this light, that this frequency begins to expand at the heart chakra. So I'm feeling this for us. It's coming out through the heart chakra at the front, but also the back. And as it pushes out into the auric field, you're going to probably notice, for many of you, that the back of the heart chakra opens a little bit more. And so it's just intention and allowing. So take another breath in. Let the energy build at the throat and the heart. They're very much working together, very much connected. It's a full system here. I'm hearing all systems go. My team's really funny. They like to talk like in star language, you know, like Star Trek, Starseed stuff. They really just tell jokes and stuff like that. So yes, okay. So that's stabilizing. And now they're bringing our awareness up to the temples. So right here at the temples, next to your eyes, is a thought processing, like a data processing center. And they're showing me information pinging, like all day long, it's just pinging. And you get to decide. So you're always consistently filtering information. And this is information they're sharing that's in the astral realms, in the matrix. So it's akin to AI information, like electronic information, right? So things that you probably might not always consciously be aware of, but your system is always. So they're saying that what they're going to do to help us right now, the color is this bright, brilliant orange. So it's gold, but it's more like that orangey gold. So take a breath in, and you're going to feel that come down. And it's, instead of going in the body, it's coming down around. And it's pulling, kind of like, feels like taffy, like it feels like it's stretching. So it's just pulling the embedded frequencies out of your being. And Metatron sharing that, like so the gist of it all is that we are high vibrational beings, and when we come into this reality, we're in another system. So a lot of times we will feel, even though we're navigating through, and some of us may be aware, but we'll start to feel a buildup of information, and it's energy and information. So it's all, again, the AI information that is not really like appropriate for our resonant frequency. So we are in such discord with it that over time it gets really, really heavy, and it slowly sneaks up on us. So this golden light is clearing out the mind. Because of this, over the next 3 days is what they're showing, you might have random thoughts come up or a new perception on things, because things are just clearing out. So So allow yourself to be in that space, and if it ever becomes like a lot of information to process, just breathe some light into it and ask your team to come around and assist. So as we're flowing to the fifth dimension, we become more heart-centered. Our auric field becomes activated, and actually when you can see what the aura looks like, it's more than just fluid colors or energy like emanating and fluctuating. There, in some aspects of it, it's like grids kind of. So there is a part of the autonomy is structured. It's a very light structure. So it's not heavy, it's light, but it's there. And what this does is it helps us hold our system really, really strong. So that's what they're showing right now is an upgrade to help hold the system really strong. But then we lift our frequency up and all this stuff just falls out. So you might feel like that right now, like just all this extra excess energy and thought forms are falling out. And we're going to get to some emotional energies too, but right now I'm really being called to lead you guys through focusing on releasing AI technology and thought forms from embedding into the physical body and the mind-heart conscious connection. So the physical consciousness of this, they're calling it form or human suit. So, and in this process, we're going to take another breath in, take a nice breath in, and now you're pulling in your higher frequency. So we're going to ask that all archangel frequencies and beings of the highest love and light stand guard and keep around the heart center, the solar plexus chakra, the soul star chakra, brow chakra, crown chakra. And we're going to, you guys might start to feel the energy come in. What they're showing is your own specific coded frequency will be coming down in. So if you're a star being, it's probably going to feel very cosmic. And if you feel more of an affinity to angels or the human spirit, then it'll probably feel a little bit different for you. But the frequency and the aspect of all of it is that it's based in love. So take a breath in and just let your higher self, your team, that frequency flow down in. And this is coming down through the vertical power current into the physical body. Okay, let it rest to the physical body and then expand out into your field. So beautiful. Okay, so for many of you, these shifts may take maybe 20 minutes to fully integrate, fully come into the body. Even if you've done this for a lot of time, like if this isn't new, they're telling me that it's new, the level of the frequency that's coming down. Well, okay, let me rephrase that. Not the level, meaning, okay, so let me rephrase that. It's the power of it. So it's the quantity, how much frequency is coming in. So the strength, that's a better word, because when we talk about levels, we start thinking about different frequency bands, but the strength of it is amplified. So that will be coming down. So taking a nice breath in, you're going to feel the energy settling at the heart, and it's going to start to expand. So it's going to feel like it kind of drops into the solar plexus. And this is so important because our solar plexus is like, what's another part of our internal compass, but it's our gut instinct and it's also our free will power. So right now, a lot of us are feeling we're being called to step into our power. And that is understanding who you are and why you are here and being able to rest like really strong and feel very assured in your mission. And for many of us, the big aspect of that is just to hold an anchor of vibration of peace and frequency. For others, it's to bring in new awareness to break down systems. For others, it's to bring in or to hold the space for new technology to come in. So I'm sure many of you here are of all different ages, and sometimes you will see that there's a common theme based on the year or the decade that you were born. So this is what star beings are doing. And then the earth angel beings are also holding a space. and they come in from just a different angle, just a different perspective, and we're holding that light together with them. So letting the energy build up at the solar plexus chakra is what I'm feeling. Taking a nice breath in there. And for some of you, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel the energy. There was a clog at the back of the solar plexus, and so that's releasing, and that opened a pathway. So you might feel the energy rush up the back of the spine. That's really nice. And so any place, because there's a few of us here on this live, but if there's any place where you feel that it gets stuck, just breathe a little bit more light into it. For some of you, it's still kind of commingling around the throat. And so we're just going to breathe light into it. And if you can visualize the chakras, you might want to just visualize them opening just a little bit, like just expanding just a little bit in circumference so that those frequencies can flush through. And taking another breath in. And now with this time, notice as the energy flows down into the sacral chakra. This is a beautiful orange frequency. And Metatron saying this is really important for this meditation, particularly because it's all about flexibility, fluidity, and movement. So there's a lot of other aspects that this chakra governs, but right now in what we're speaking about, these new frequencies and codes and upgrading and claiming your frequency and releasing the others, this is flexibility and movement. So he's showing me like somebody that feels that energy comes at them and they can move really quick. So this is all about catching the signal ahead of time, being really in tune, that gut instinct again, so that you can manipulate or move your energy and frequency. So he just keeps showing it's all about stability, feeling very grounded and balanced. And so within that, our strength, we can move and not get knocked over. So nice breath in. And then I'm feeling this beautiful frequency. It's like Mother Mary energy, definitely divine feminine goddess energy coming down in through the hips, resting in the root chakra. And this is because this frequency is here in a feminine way to provide love and peace for the codes that are clearing from the ancestral trauma. So the DNA, because we hold a lot of our ancestral frequency in the root chakra. And so this divine feminine energy is coming in to help maintain, to balance and support. And it's all done in a space of love and compassion. So a lot of love and compassion in this space. So take another breath in and you might notice. And some of you are probably feeling a tingling sensation or a really amazing like rush of warm energy flowing through the body. So that's perfect. So we're going to expand now with our awareness out of the physical body into the auric field just a little bit. So take a nice breath in and we're going to push our energy out about 6 to 8 inches. And breathe here and hold and let this level, it's the first and the second layer of the auric field strengthen. And just sit here for a moment because I do see that your teams are helping you individually. And as a collective, I see the archangels are here. And I see that it's like, it kind of looks like a laser beam, a light beam that they're scanning down through the aura. And they're pulling out AI technology. It's kind of like, oh, I see you. I gotcha. So they're pulling and clearing and releasing all of this out. And you might feel just a little pressure at particular spaces, but it's happening in the aura, but you'll feel it like in the physical body or out in the chakra system. So sitting here for just one moment. Take another breath in. Everything is building and strengthening. Again, my team, they're so funny. They're like, all systems go. So that's their goal. All systems go. And when they say that to me, I see the whole body lighting up and flashing and turning on in one big boom. So it's all system, right? So our whole system is supported by the chakras, the meridians, the layers of the auric field. And they're saying, don't forget the special energy, the juice, which is your soul frequency, consciousness coming in, the intention around it. So we're activating our field. Beautiful. Okay, So now you can even, like, you see I keep using my hands because I'm feeling it, but you can even feel out to the 3rd level of your auric field. And for, you know, it kind of fluctuates. You might go out 8 to 12 inches from the body. You can kind of push on it and feel the buoyancy and the strength. So, so yeah, give it a go if you haven't already tried to feel that frequency. And then take another breath in. We're going to let all this energy is coming down through the crown chakra. It's going through all of the points that we worked with already, out the heart, out the hands, and as you breathe and release, you might even feel it coming out the throat chakra. And we're just expanding out 360 degrees, so all aspects of the auric field, and building that frequency. And relaxing. It's really nice if you could just kind of feel into your system. You'll notice how there's a shift from when we first started our session. It's already shifting. And so you're going to go into a space of integration where then the energy builds and builds and you'll feel really, really strong. And hopefully many of you are also noticing a sensation of peace and feeling grounded within and feeling this, there's a lot of love at the heart. But there's also this huge amount of joy that I'm feeling, and it feels like a celebration. So I'm pretty sure that's like our collective here, our team. Yay! So the whole reason that we're here on this live is to help recenter and balance and just help you clear so you can get back to the truth of who you are. So taking another breath in, the frequencies coming now that are washing through the auric field, this kind of flow like this, are really translucent pastel, but there's some silver sparkle energy in there, and it's going through the astral realm, which is the 4th level of your aura. So take a breath in and just feel, let that frequency come down around. For some of you, you're going to feel like it's more like it's charging you and strengthening you, and for others, you might notice a nice cleansing within it. So taking that breath in and just feeling the vibration here. And like I mentioned at the beginning, our breath is so important, and also visualization. So if you're not perceiving, like if your third eye isn't seeing what's happening with the energy, then you can follow along with a way of, with your intention, kind of visualizing and guiding the frequencies into these spaces. So where your thoughts and your intention focus, like where it's focused and where it goes, that's going to help the energy center and target these areas. So nice breath in. And interesting, this is so interesting. So if you guys are familiar with energy, like the specific, I guess, like really detailed stuff about the aura and clearing, I'm seeing a lot of hooks in the 4th level, which is so interesting because I don't really feel like I see that often. The 4th level is the astral realm. So that means that some of you are feeling really hooked in to this dimensional matrix of Earth. And the astral realm on Earth would be like the collective consciousness, but it can span through frequencies, but this is a little bit heavy, it feels really heavy. But also that's where thought forms rest. They kind of settle, they're showing me like on the surface of it. It's like kind of really sneaky and quiet and just rests right there. Very subconscious. But also we know that loved ones that cross over or spirits that are not in a body like to play and dance and wreak havoc and create all kinds of commotion in the astral realm. And that's what I'm feeling that some of you are hooked into. So Metatron's coming in clear as day, like full charge, no BS, and just unplugging and pulling those hooks. So take a breath in, you're probably gonna feel it. If any of you feel like a full rush of light run through you, that's a release. And if you also feel really cold and shaking, that's a strong release. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of you feel this physically, because I'm seeing a lot. I'm seeing a lot. So letting that flow. All right. So letting that vibrational frequency just kind of settle. It's going to take a minute. But they're reminding me, they're saying, Amy, we're working in the quantum. So for some of you, you're speeding along really quickly. And as you work through the dimensional fields and it comes into the physical experience, that's when you might have a lag and it might take a little bit extra. So y'all are doing amazing. We're doing great. They're now showing, so they're already kind of moving along. So if you're still here in this space, just sit here for a moment. Yes, okay, so feeling cold. Cold sensations means there's a huge release. So the energy that was there and plugged into your system is gone. So that leaves an open space kind of. So then what your team will be doing is you should start to feel warmth shortly after, because then that void will now be filled up with light and healing love and frequencies. So after you feel it leave, then just focus on love and unity and bliss and like the highest form of consciousness that you can is the only way I could express it. But yeah, I've had that happen before, and I'm excited for y'all if you had a really intense experience, because it means it's going to shift things quite a bit for you. So every time I have those experiences where my whole body is shaking and I'm freezing, I'm like, ooh, we are leveling up. So it's going to open new space for you moving forward. So I'm really happy for you. Okay, so flowing now, there's a lot of blue. This is an indigo blue, but it's kind of like an electric blue, and there's a little bit of violet. And this is all around the 6th level of the aura. I guess I was talking while they were working on the 5th. I don't know. They're saying yes. They're already moving along. So 6th level of the aura. So this is going to be nice. And again, up around the mind for many of you, they're clearing some stuff, but also they're closing. So some of you have opened a connection to AI technology, so they're closing it. And AI technology comes through all kinds of electronics. It comes through thought programming, so movies, things you're listening to, watching, seeing, conversations, these sorts of things. And so, but it comes in on that stream, and it can, they're saying be perverted or distorted. So it can come in and it can like hook in, latch in through maybe something that you're feeling really in alignment with, but then there was this little virus that came in. So they're clearing, they're calling them ports. Some of these ports that are being cleared or have cleared already, they're closing them now. And I just see boom, 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 boom. So it'll be up to you to keep that level of cleanliness. And if you decide to tune back in, maybe just like feel how do you feel about something, and then clear your energy field after. This is all up around the mind. So it's all like, it looks like a hologram to me. It's like all out here, but around the mind, especially the back on the right side. And then there's a lot going on right here. Still some clearing. I'm hearing realizations. So a lot of realizations and, oh, okay. And that's all being processed for a lot of you, or you know, me too. Like I'm experiencing quite a bit of insights right now. So I'm like, thank you. At the heart and the throat, but it's bubbling out in the aura. So it's not in the chakras. It's kind of like out on the edge of the chakras and in the aura. So that's activity happening there. and now they're saying, okay, we're ready to wrap up. So let's seal the auric field. So visualize or just sit and relax. So bringing in this beautiful golden light all along the 7th layer of your auric field. So all along the outer aspect and dimension. And if you're familiar with this type of work and you meditate a lot and you do your own energy sessions, you're probably going to notice that it doesn't stop at the 7th. You can push your energy out through the 16th, like up to the 16th grid. But if you're not, then just rest and feel the strength and feel the vitality coming in, the healing properties settling within your system. If you need to yawn, cough, sneeze, burp, anything that involves bodily movements of air, just allow your system to do that. That's a clearing, and so it's opening up space within your physical body. Drink a lot of fluids today. If you get tired, do take like a quick cat nap. Take a rest, because that's the physical body absorbing the new light codes and integrating with the new frequencies. And I'm really, really, I'm so happy, because the way that they guided this today was that we were centered on pulling in your own frequencies. And they're telling me that they did work with the emotional body for some of you, because I had that was part of my intention. The focus was the mental, but the emotional, they're saying yes, It was already, and it will continue to happen. So for about 20 minutes, if you can just rest or relax or sit in meditation, they're going to keep working with you guys. So that's really exciting. So I'm really happy. And I'm feeling, on my end, I feel a lot of energy still in movement, and I can see it, but it's not coming, like it's not channeling through me. So that means that my vocalization of what's happening, I'm going to stop doing that and step away. And this is an opportunity for you all to have your own individual experience. So why is it important to clear your field? Oh, it's so important. So for your own health and safety, right? It's just like, and I will say safety because sometimes when we're not feeling ourselves, we can make decisions that we otherwise would not. So it's for our own health. But then if we're here to help others, you know, we need to be feeling in a good space. And for many of us, we've been really felt and called to send a lot of prayer and just calm energy and blessings out. But it's always so much more, well, let's see, it's just received with a little bit more ease and grace if we're in a clean space. So that's another reason, like it's just really important. So hopefully this will save because it was a very unique guided meditation today. A few things came up that I've never experienced before, and they were very specific with some of their information. So hopefully it will save, and if you want, you can just check back and do the meditation again. You know, I call it a meditation. It's really a guided energy session. There's a little bit of meditation in there as well. But so really excited for that. And then I'm happy you all are here. And let me just read through some of your comments. I don't even know exactly where we are on time, so hopefully we still have a few minutes. Let's see. Oh, Lyndon, yes, girl, awesome. I remember that came through in your reading. Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect. Yeah, there's still movement. So for me, it felt like my life was on pause for a few months. And I think a lot of you probably felt that too, but there's still movement happening, and it's all happening in the energetic field, and then it will come through into our physical reality. So I'm so happy to hear that you had that experience or it manifested through. Aw, thanks, Jumanji Spirit. Glad you guys were here. Aw, Tweety Vibes, yay. Okay, good. Well, I'm just kind of looking through, and it feels like you guys could feel the energy and that there was a shift taking place. So happy. Yeah, it's just going to be like an integration for a few of you. At least 20 minutes, and it can go up to 3 days, right? So, oh, awesome, Teresa. Yay. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, your ear is ringing. Yeah, that's good. It's always a clearing and a nice download, right? Feel the heat and the chills. Perfect. Oh, I keep seeing cupcakes. Well, what does that represent to you? Is it representing something sweet, or is it representing joy? Like, what is that representing to you? And just kind of look into it in that way. Sometimes there's metaphors. Other times it could be, if you have an addiction to cupcakes, it could be that clearing or somebody else's thoughts around it. So yeah, just let it go. Let it go. Hi, Victoria. You know what? I think I will put it on YouTube. Yeah, it should be on Instagram TV here at Spirit School Magic, but this is an account that not everybody who knows me knows about this account. So yeah, that might be a good idea. Thank you. Oh, Whitney, you felt the hook sleeve. Wonderful. Yeah, that actually kind of surprised me, you know, not in a negative way, just like, oh, wow. Because I don't think I've ever seen that before. And I don't know, because half the time I forget what happens in session because you're in this like altered space of consciousness. So just kind of, you forget it. But I'm really happy that when I asked, they were able to expand on what that was about and how it happens and why. So that makes me really, really happy that you shared your feedback. So thank you. Oh. So thanks, everybody. We saw stitching. Was that like healing up stitching? Let's see. And then Anissa says, I felt heat, especially in my hands. Thank you. I've been having trouble sleeping properly. I wake up in the middle of the night for no reason. Yeah, there's just a lot of extra energy around. So then what they're showing for you specifically is it's hard to settle and get into a deep settled space. So hopefully this will help because you'll be clear going in, and then the extra energy of the collective won't compile and press upon you, where it becomes really weighty. It's the only way I can say it, like weighty, just a lot of extra that makes it uncomfortable sleeping. Oh, perfect. Fascinations. I needed the hooks to leave, just tuned in. It was the right time. Sweet. Yes, spiritual. Okay, yes, I love that. Yeah, so also, like, a lot of times if energy comes in, you know, I'll put a terror in the aura. It's probably, you saw that being repaired. But it reminds me at the beginning, what do they call it? Barbs in the throat chakra. That looked really wicked. I mean, not like evil, but just intense. So some of you had these energy like barbs just lodged in the throat, so they cleared that out. That was at the beginning. Oh, Emma, yay! Hopefully you are feeling, yeah, I love that. Okay, so I hope it continues. Just saying you're feeling better, so I hope that continues. So excited. Realist Z says, can crystals help you make a decision? They can amplify the frequency of, like, so the information that you're tuning into. It depends your approach with making a decision, because it's kind of like when you work with a pendulum, you have to ask and be very specific. But yes, they can, and they can also help you because they can help calm your body and your frequency. They can help calm your system so you feel a sense of clarity. You can always ask the crystal their opinion, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's always like the highest timeline for you. So but you can use it to help stabilize your system. Yeah. And oh, okay. Kate Kava Official, were you able to do the full meditation by chance? I would just say, if we're feeling really low in vibration, what's helped me is tuning into positive things and also doing a lot of clearing and physically clearing, so detoxing, getting sleep, and then also clearing energy around. It just feels like the energy around your space isn't yours, and it's very heavy, and it does play into your own emotions, but the source wasn't. It didn't originate with your own emotions. So so that might be some ways, and you can message me and I'll share with you like some other clearing techniques or meditations and these sorts of things. So, but I am going to let you all go before it just cuts me off. And if you have any questions about the 2 classes, I mean, we have a lot of classes if you're interested. That's what this page is about. But so the channeling class is now available through Home Study. It's over 40 hours of content. I was really loving. I just went back and like updated it. So excited. That was last month that I updated it. It's out now. And then Activating the Starseed. I've been working on that for over a year. And I'm so excited, and that will include group lives just specific to that class as it starts to fill. I'm going to give it a few more weeks, and then we'll do some lives. And that's for Starseeds, Earth Angels, Activators, Way Showers, anybody here pretty much. It's all about strengthening your light body, stepping into your path, working with your team in spirit, understanding a little bit more what's going on. It's really just like about accessing your fullest light and your star vibration, and the seed and your auric field. So, I mean, all of that entails so much. And then this book, this is my book that I wrote a while ago, Activating the Starseed. And in that class, there's an audio copy, which is the only place you can get it. So, excited. And, all right. I love reading your guys' feedback. That's cool, Root. Steph Luna, if I can't clear my environment, how do I stay centered? Clear within your system first, and maybe if you can go outside and clear your energy, your field, but you're gonna have to learn to build up your aura to stay feeling healthy in that environment. There's always ways to clear an environment, so it just kind of depends on your unique situation, but you can even tune on high vibrational music and put it on really low and have it run all the time. That's one of my favorite ways of doing that. So oh, hi Tweety Guys, thank you. So all right guys, and hope to see you all again. You can turn notifications on for lives here at Spirit School Magic, and I also do lives at Raise the Vibe Tribe and Amy Sikarskie. And if you're watching the replay on IGTV, I will put the information below in the caption because it just disappears. So all right, I will see you guys all another day, and wishing you all a beautiful and amazing weekend. Okay, thanks for joining today. Take care. Bye.